I hope I can get through this message in a good way, get along in it. 2 Corinthians chapter 3, are we beginning again to commend ourselves unless we need some letters of recommendation to you or from you? You yourselves are our letter, having been written in our hearts, being known and read by all men, being made known that you are a letter of Christ. Who is? The corporate. You can see divine representation at work in this. God showing himself. Right? Isn't that beautiful? God showing himself. I would have never chosen me if I had been him. I would have never chosen humanity had I been him. I'm not him. And he chose humanity. That's coming out of us knowing ourselves. But I mustn't overrule his wisdom by what I even think of myself. Right? You're a letter of Christ. You yourselves are our letter, having been written in our hearts, being known and read by all men, being made known that you are a letter of Christ, being ministered by us, not having been written in ink, but by the Spirit of the living God, not on stone tablets, but in fleshly tablets of our hearts. And such confidence we have through Christ towards God. There's the right basis for confidence, isn't it, Don? It's not a self-confidence. The confidence that he has is found in the very nature of who God is. Doesn't get any better than that, does it? That's the right rock, the right foundation. Not that we are sufficient by ourselves to think anything as from ourselves. True, but don't, again, let the fact of that overrule the power of God. But our sufficiency is from God. There's the correct view. Who also made us sufficient ministers of a new covenant, not of the letter, but of the Spirit. For the letter kills, but the Spirit makes life. So here it is. That verse says this, doesn't it, Chris? So there were these letters in the Old Testament, these books, right? They were a testimony to the Lord. Y'all listening? The Old Testament had these letters, had these books, a testimony to the Lord. But you know what Paul just said? But there's something greater than that. You. Living letters. Now, which one did God want, Don? The living letters. Is that not a sign of the nature of God that's just outstanding? I don't know, there's better words than that, Jeff, outstanding, but we'll use it. God is absolutely wonderful, Jim, don't you think? He's amazing, Rick. God is amazing. Oh yeah, I've got these books that testify, but something written on stone or on paper. That's not what God's sending to the universe, Enoch. You know it, brother? He's sending us. Well, man, Terry, who's he sending us to? A whole creation out there in the universe of beings we know nothing about. Unfallen. That's who. That's right. You heard me say it. You believe in aliens. I believe in a massive creation of God. By the way, we happen to be strangers and aliens to this planet. A massive creation of God of beings we know little about. We actually know little about the angelic order, know little about the holy ones, know little about the seraphim, know little about the cherubim. So enough of that. They are unfallen and they're waiting. They've been promised by angels stationed there as watchers until the coming of the bride. So let's go forward, okay? Now, I said this before, to be a minister, to be whatever, a leader, to be whatever, again, this is an important chapter for the book, the return of the apostolic. As important a chapter as I think could be put in the book. We need to understand what it is to be his servant, to be his, right? So let me just read some points I've made to clarify this, put it as